On yesterday's podcast, I was asked, hey, Edward, would you mind if I asked you to make a video showing practically on how to find bottom of funnel keywords in the travel niche? And then actually, that same day yesterday, I was also asked over email, what's an easy way to tell the difference between a bottom of funnel keyword or a middle of funnel keyword? So with this episode of the show, I'm going to answer both of those questions. And in the 15 minutes I spent before this episode, doing keyword research in the travel niche, an extremely competitive niche. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Actually, 5 minutes ago, I finished my research and I got so hyped up. I'm like, what? Is this real? I couldn't believe it. And I'll explain it as I go along. So I'm asked to talk about how to find bottom of funnel keywords in the travel niche. So what I've started by doing, I don't know what niche of the travel niche this is. You want to actually start by niching down as much as possible to anything your business can do. So you're either doing SEO for an existing business, for somebody else's business, or you're doing SEO for your own business. But you want to start by niching down as much as you can into what your business can actually do. And so I just started extremely broad because I didn't know what travel business this was. So I said, okay, if somebody was to unbundle Expedia into different components, what would that look like? And unbundle means to literally take different features of the business and then make those features their own business. So I went to ChatGPT and I said to ChatGPT, I said, and I just took what I wrote, if somebody was to unbundle this business into different components, what would that look like? Do this for Expedia. So ChatGPT gave me flight booking engine, comparable to Skyscanner, Google Flights, Hopper, or a hotel booking platform. That's another thing that Expedia could be unbundled into, comparable to Booking.com, Hotels.com, Agoda, some features that make up hotel booking platform, inventory aggregation, reviews, filters, and loyalty program. The list goes on. Car rentals, vacation packages and bundles, activities and experiences, travel insurance, loyalty and rewards. So right away, I'm unbundling this into different components. And so what I did is I picked one of these components to go deeper on. Again, I don't know what area of the travel niche this person is representing. It's a lot easier if you actually know where to start. So I'm just starting as broad as possible. And I want to find businesses. I don't want to find businesses that do all of these things. That makes doing keyword research a lot harder. So I want to find businesses that just does one or a few of these things that I just listed into these unbundled components, just one or a few of them. And I ended up coming across agencycms.com and travelopro.com. And these are content management systems for travel agencies. And the way that I got here was after ChatGPT unbundled everything into all these different components, I said, give me some small businesses that do only one of these things. I got Hopper for flight booking, Hotel Tonight for hotel booking, Turo for car rentals, Elude for vacation packages, Get Your Guide for activities, experiences, Safety Wing for travel insurance, Point.me for loyalty rewards, TripIt for trip management, and then Tour CMS for white label booking solutions. And so I ended up looking at Tour CMS and I checked what Tour CMS was ranking for. That's how I came across this. And then I found that there was this niche, content management systems for travel agencies. And I said, okay, let's go into this. This is a niche of travel. And, there's a lot of great SEOs, or one would think a lot of great SEOs within travel agencies. So let's see what we dig up. I really can't believe this, that keywords like this are not being targeted, what I'm about to share. All right, so we have agencycms.com and travelopro.com. Travelopro is actually doing SEO. They're actually active in SEO. Agency CMS isn't very active in SEO, but you would just see what these two businesses are ranking for. And that would give you some keywords that you can go after. So let's just look at agencycms.com. I see it's ranking for travel agency CMS. That's something that people are searching for. And actually, if we look at the SERP for travel agency CMS, it is crazy under targeted. We have low domain authorities and people who aren't just people who aren't targeting the keyword. So what you want to do is you want to try to find keywords where the keyword isn't being used in the page titles of the pages that are ranking for the keywords. What that means is that Google doesn't have a page that is targeting, or what it most likely means. And, SEO is super nuanced, so I have to overgeneralize. But what it mostly means, and SEO really, especially when you're at the bottom of the funnel, is so heavily search intent based. But you want to look for keywords where the pages that are ranking are not using the exact keyword in the page title, because this means that there is less competition. This means that a searcher is going to come to this SERP, to this search engine results page, and they're most likely going to bounce around. They're going to pogo stick, because if a page isn't using the keyword, the exact keyword in the page title, it's most likely that this page is not going to make it extremely easy for the searcher to get what they want. There's many other factors that go into this, but this is just, if you want to overgeneralize and you want to actually do keyword research pretty easily, that's a major thing to look at. And I use Moz because Moz will literally, so the other things that you want to see that will indicate whether the search intent will be satisfied by a page that is ranking, you want to see that the page that is ranking, if it is using the keyword in these 5 places, then it's satisfying search intent. The page title, the meta description, the H1, the URL slug, and the beginning of the first sentence. That's why I always say to use a keyword in those places, because when you put the keyword in those places, it actually helps you craft a page that satisfies search intent. But Google loves to see that as well. And so Moz will give you scores right there in the SERP. In the search engine results page, it'll show you can search a keyword using Moz's suite and look at a SERP and see scores next to each result for how well each page is optimized for the specific keyword. And by optimized, I mean is the keyword in those 5 places. So what you want to do, the optimal thing, is you find a keyword with decent volume, where the domain authorities are low, and where the page optimization scores are low. But we have a keyword like travel agency CMS, and what I see, well, I actually just don't see travel agency CMS being used in any of the page titles for the pages that are ranking. I also see a lot of low domain authorities. So I know that if my business can satisfy this use case, I can make a 400-word page called Travel Agency CMS, explain how my business functions as a travel agency content management system, travel agency CMS, and rank very easily for this keyword and likely many other related keywords, either misspellings of the keywords, and there are usually lots of those, or just other similar keywords to a travel agency content management system. Because when you actually craft a page showing how your business works as a travel agency content management system, you're going to be explaining the things that your business does, and that page will rank for lots of other similar keywords that are bottom of funnel, because these keywords like travel agency CMS aren't being targeted. Google doesn't have enough exact pages to match with the keyword, so it has to give the nearest matches. But that wasn't what I saw that was really crazy. And there's lots of keywords like travel agency CMS. So you just go down these competitors and you see what they're ranking for. You want to find the easy keywords. You want to find the keywords where the competing pages aren't targeting the keywords in their page titles, mostly the page titles, but then those other 4 places. But then if you want to go even deeper, you would ask, why is somebody looking for something like this? Because you want to figure out what people are really looking to achieve. And this goes deeper down the funnel. So I said to ChatGPT, why would somebody be looking for a travel agency CMS? And I got, they want to add, edit, and categorize travel packages like trips, tours, or hotel stays. It's a long answer. Online bookings and payments. Clients can browse and book tours. Multi-language or global clients. Multi-language support. B2B or B2C capabilities. Marketing tools. Customer itinerary builder. There's so many reasons, but now I'm getting very specific use cases that I can tap into, and I can create keywords for these use cases. So I said, let's start with wanting to add, edit, and categorize travel packages. And I said, what would an SEO keyword be to represent this? So I got a keyword like travel agency CMS with tour package management. And that sounded really long. And there's probably just too few people really searching for that keyword. So what I did is I put that keyword into Moz and I saw, yes, there's nobody who's searching that keyword. But then I looked at keyword suggestions and I got tour guide booking system. and I saw that the monthly search volume, and this is where I said it's crazy. The monthly search volume for tour guide booking system, and this is a bottom of funnel keyword. I'm sure a very lucrative keyword. I'm sure that this is not cheap software. And so the monthly volume for tour guide booking system is 240 estimated clicks a month. But if you rank number one for a keyword like tour guide booking system, you're going to rank number one for many more related keywords, misspellings, or other similar use cases. If you make a page that exactly targets tour guide booking system, you are going to rank number one for so many more bottom of funnel keywords. And I looked at this keyword. I said, tour guide booking system. It's short. There's a lot of volume behind it. It has to be like so highly targeted. That's what I expected. So I clicked on the keyword and I looked at the SERP and I couldn't believe it. There is not a single page that is targeting tour guide booking system. There's tour guide scheduling software, tour booking software and reservation system. There's similar keywords, but there's no one targeting this exact keyword. And if I'm a travel company and this is something my business does, I probably already have backlinks that have mentioned this in one way or another just by doing normal link building or by doing normal marketing. You talk about what your business does when you do normal marketing. So if this is something that your business does, you make a page called Tour Guide Booking System, and now you're the only company doing this thing that is actually targeting this keyword with a specific page. And that means somebody who is searching Tour Guide Booking System, they're a lot more likely to have their search intent satisfied by your page than the other pages. People want their answers fast. If you make a page called Tour Guide Booking System, and you put the keyword in the 5 places that I mentioned, then a searcher who lands on the page and you give a call to action in the above the fold, before people start scrolling, you want people to get what they are looking for before they even have to start scrolling. That's how fast people want their answers now. And you give it to them there, right there in the above the fold with a call to action button. Very good chance you're going to rank 1 and very good chance you're going to convert these people. Because you're making a page for them, for the people who are searching tour guide booking system. And there's actually a really good amount of these people. So you make a page 400 to 500 words. I usually aim for around 415 words. You say the reasons why your software is a great tour guide booking system. You say the things that you do and that you do them really, really well. If you have testimonials, you share those. You have a call to action in the above the fold. You have an image on the right side in the above the fold. At the bottom, you have another call to action, and that's it. And that's just one of these keywords, and there are so many of them. And I found this in 15 minutes. And I can't believe that this is such a good keyword. I can't believe that it's not being targeted specifically. In fact, this is really crazy. The top result for tour guide booking system is tour guide scheduling software. You know how much search volume, monthly search volume, tour guide scheduling software gets? It gets 1 search a month compared to 240 for tour guide booking system. These SEOs don't know what they are doing. These people making these pages don't know what they are doing. Oh man. So that's what I'm seeing. That's how to do keyword research, bottom funnel keyword research in the travel niche. That is crazy. I can't believe that. And so what you do, you make one of these pages and then you realize even for pages, I want to say this, even for pages where the search volume is not 240, that's phenomenal. Even for pages where the search volume is not high, basically you make one of these pages, you rank, it doesn't take a lot of time. Maybe it takes a day or two. And now you're ranking one for a page with extremely high purchase intent. The keyword has extremely high purchase intent. And because these keywords are so under-targeted, you will basically rank number 1 for the keyword forever. Seriously. Because so many other SEOs and digital marketers, they want to go after the sexy keywords. They want to go after the keywords that get all the search volume because they don't know that or maybe they realize, but it's not sexy. It's vanity metrics. People at the bottom of the funnel who are ready to buy, there's just naturally less of those people. So you make a page, it targets one of these keywords, you rank, maybe at the beginning, you're not getting tons of money, but over time, because you literally rank 1 for that keyword forever, it adds up. And again, it's a day or 2 of work. But then you also have the standouts. You have the amazing keywords like tour guide booking system. If you literally could just you could start a business right now and just make a tour. I mean, it'd probably be pretty complicated, a tour guide booking system. Probably actually kind of complicated to build. What I said to a friend, actually, so he's doing this, and I'll talk about this more on another episode. He's like, I can rank for keywords, but I don't know what to do. So I said, all right, let's unbundle Notion. And we unbundled Notion. We found like a beautiful quote making. We found that there's a huge niche of people who just want to have. They want to have a beautiful quote maker. So they have a quote. They put it into the software. Software is really simple. It gives them back a beautiful page with that quote. And there's all these SaaSes that are doing this. These simple SaaSes that are doing this that don't know how to do SEO. So I'm like, do this. Make all these see what all of these other SaaSes are ranking for. Make all these bottom of funnel SEO landing pages for what they are ranking for, just like how we did here on this episode of the show. And then as you get users and customers, the users and customers are going to tell you what they want. And so then you build what they want. And now you have more features that you can rank for. And then you have more people telling you what they want. And you ask questions, why are you trying to do this? You find out all these things. You want to try to be a good product manager. But you're understanding what people are looking for. You're building that in. And now you can rank for more features that people are actually searching for and then monetize those people. So this is my favorite method of marketing ever. That's why I talk about search engine optimization so often on the show and in so many niches, people are doing it properly. I can't believe nobody is targeting tour guide booking system. If you want to learn more, I have a 13+ hour SEO program, compactkeywords.com, and that is episode 644 of my daily digital marketing show, 644 days in a row doing this podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye now.